This is an ellipse with a horizontal major axis. Okay, right here we can see this is the x-axis and we have the y-axis right here. Most of the ellipse is using the x-axis right here, all the way across. So this is going to be our major axis. Now, as you can see, the smaller axis is our y-axis right here. So this would be called our minor axis. Now, the focus points will be on the major axis, and they're going to be in the same spot, just on both sides of your center. So these are our focus points, kind of like what we had on our parabola earlier. Okay, those are our focus points. On the ends of our axis, where our ellipse hits the x-axis, we have our vertex points. And there are two. You're going to have one on both sides. And on the edge of our minor axis, where our ellipse hits, this is going to be our co-vertex, kind of like co-captains. It's the minor. So this is our co-vertex. There we go. Okay. Now, the formula for an ellipse that has the horizontal major axis is x squared over a squared plus y squared over b squared equals 1. Now, the a value is bigger than the b value. That's how we know we're going to take up more room on the x-axis. If the b value, if the number that's with the y squared is bigger, then it's going to look a little different. It's going to be more vertically stretched. Now let's take a look at what that's going to look like. Here it is. As you can see, it is taller and skinnier. I'm going to squeeze it up just a little bit. So for the vertically major axis right here, you can see we have our x-axis and our y-axis, but this graph is using the y-axis more. So this y-axis section is actually our major axis. And this smaller one right here is our minor axis. Now, the endpoints of our minor axis right here, these are going to be our co-vertex, just like we had on the other side. And the endpoints of our major axis, these are going to be our vertices, our vertex. The focus points, the foci points, they are going to be on the main axis. And our equation for a vertically ellipse is x squared over b squared plus y squared over a squared equals 1. The only difference is we got the bigger number underneath the y squared.